In 1914, the Balkans were going through some crisis, and the Ottoman Empire was going through a decline. Because of this, other nations decided to benefit from their decline. The Austrian Empire would annex Bosnia, a region owned by the Ottomans. Tensions would increase after the Italo-Turkish War, which demonstrated the Ottoman weakness, and the formation of the Balkan League. After a war in the Balkans, which they would win, they would almost kick out the Ottomans. The great powers tried to reassert control in the Balkans, making an independent Albania and enlarging their territories. But, disputes between the victors started the Second Balkan War. Bulgaria would lose most of Macedonia and southern Dobruja. On June of 1914, Archduke Franz Ferdinand visited the capital of Bosnia and Herzegovina, Sarajevo. A group of 6 assassins from the movement known as Young Bosnia took positions along the route taken by the Archduke. They hoped that his death would grant the independence of Bosnia, but little agreement on what replaces it. Nedeljko Kabranović threw a grenade at the Archduke but missed and hit 2 of his officers. An hour later, the Archduke would return to visit the injured officers. But his car took a wrong turn where Gavrilo Princip, an assassin, was standing. The Archduke was shot and killed. In reality, while the Emperor, Franz Joseph, was shocked, crowds listened to music and drank wine, as if nothing had even happened. The assassination initiated the July Crisis, a month of diplomatic maneuvering between the powers. The Austrians believed that the Serbian intelligence helped organize the assassination. They delivered an ultimatum to Serbia, listing 10 demands which were made intentionally unacceptable. The Serbians accepted all the terms, except for empowering Austrian representatives to suppress subversive elements inside Serbia. Austria claims it was a rejection, and breaks off diplomatic relations, and at the next day, they declare war. They begin to shell Belgrade and Russia begins mobilization in support of Serbia. A bunch of nations start supporting each other, so here's the current alliances, though Britain and Italy stays out of the war, for now. Germany plans out their attack. They would defeat France using the Schlieffen Plan, going through Belgium. 80% of the German army is tasked in the Schlieffen Plan. Beginning on 12 August, the Austrians and Serbs would clash. Austrian attacks were repulsed with heavy losses, dashing their swift victory. Austria had to keep a sizable force on the Serbian front, weakening its efforts against the Russians. Germany would invade Belgium, as it can't go through the well-defended German-French border. They do amazingly well, and commit some war crimes. Britain would then finally join in the war.